Hello and welcome to GAK, I'm Joe, and today we're looking at the Headrush Pedalboard for bass. Now the Headrush Pedalboard is a fantastic multi-effects, amp simulating, cab simulating tool for guitarists, but it also has some great features on there for bass, which I think sometimes get overlooked. So I'd like to take a little bit of a look at how this unit can be used really effectively for bass players. Now when you power up the Headrush Pedalboard, it will default to some guitar settings, but if you just hit this little hamburger in the corner, it brings you up all your options. You can see there quite close to the top I have bass tones. So we'll select that and it gives us a load of presets that we can scroll through, created for us by the people at Headrush, and there's quite a useful one towards the end. This one called Mixing Bass. I like this one because it gives us lots of empty banks and quite a straightforward signal path, so we can create some sounds of our own. Now the first thing you might want to edit or change when you're setting up your own amp preset is the amplifier itself. So if we just double tap on this sort of Fender style head here and hit amp and then amp again, it brings up all our presets for the amplifiers on the Headrush. Now of course a lot of these are going to be guitar style, but if I scroll down to 69, you'll see I get this blue line bass, blue line scoop. If I select that, you can see very clearly that it's an Ampeg style amp head. So we can switch those up, have a listen to those. The other thing we can edit is the cabinet. At the moment you can see I've got it set up as an Ampeg 810. Now just by hitting this button I can turn that on or off. The reason you might want that on or off depends on how you're setting up this rig. Now the sound you'll be hearing is the direct signal from this pedal board. So we want that cab sim on because we want it to sound like a real bass rig. But if you're using like a power amp into a cabinet for live, or if maybe you're going into the effects return on an existing amp, you might just want to shut that down and just use the amp head. But let's have a listen and see what that sounds like. Okay, let's get into the fun part of using the Headrush Pedalboard, which is of course the effects. All we've got to do is press this plus icon and then we can scroll through our effects. I want to add some delay. It might seem a bit weird for a bass, but I think it's super cool. We're going to add some tape echo. We'll just use the default one, and there you can see it's appeared in our bank up here and it's appeared as a foot switch down here. Now I can move this around up here, pop it anywhere in my chain, either before or after the amp and cab if I want. But we're also going to need some modulation. So if we hit plus again on another empty slot, go into modulation. I am a sucker for vibrato, so we're going to select that. Default mono, again, it's fine for me, and we can see that it's appeared in our chain as well. Now over here you can see we've got our controls for our effects, which you can edit using these three rotaries, and we can scroll up and down through the various presets. If I go over to my tape echo, I can see that my delay is at 300 milliseconds, and I can scroll through. I see my mix is at 50%, which is a bit much for me, so I'm going to put that down to 22, and it's important to note that that is edited real time. Now there's just one more thing I want to add before we have a listen to this, and that is reverb. Now with reverb you may want to put it after your amplifier. I do not, so I'm going to pop it before. Select reverbs and delays. We've got the 11 rack reverb, popular reverb, and spring reverb. So let's go into spring reverb, and I can scroll through some sort of popular choices. Ooh, there's one down there called Warm Wash. Let's have a listen to that and see what that sounds like. Now you might want a bit more from your pedal board than weird ambient sounds, and you can do that. This is of course a utility pedal board. We've got some empty banks here which we can control off of the foot switches below or the touch screen itself. So let's shut down our vibrato, our tape echo and our spring reverb, and let's add something a little bit more aggressive. We can pop into distortions. Let's get some fuzz on, try fuzz, and we can select warm body. Now if we double tap on that, yeah, you can see the sort of fuzz pedal that this is imitating, and we have the controls on the side. So we can roll some of this tone off so it's a little bit more bassy and have a listen and see what that sounds like. So that was a brief overview of the Headrush Pedalboard for bass, but what do you think? Is this the solution to all bass player problems? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to GAK for more videos coming soon.